Greetings, my beloved. Welcome to my digital empire. This is Key. I have a confession to make. I'm here to confess something. I ran into someone whom I had to heal, and one of their predominant energy is the negative energy that was attached to them was insecurity. Like it's like their insecurity is what I saw. Like that was my first impression. In a sense, there was a lot of negative energies, like inner child issues, some stagnant energies, and even some adulthood traumas. But when I tapped into the energy of that person, the first thing, my first impression was their insecurities. And so, like we all get insecure at one point or another. We all have our insecurities that comes out depending on the situation, the environment, and who we are dealing with. I mean, it might be minimal or it might be intense, but it's depending on what we're dealing with. So there is no human on earth that's never been insecure at one point in our lives, at least when we are teenagers and when we start to flower, to blossom, women want to look good. So I wanted to look extremely good. In fact, like I'm a little bit conscious of my body, like it's a bit extreme. I have always been wired that way because but my mom especially, she's so beautiful. I mean, she's known for her beauty, and all of my family are they have a good physical appearance. So maybe I was programmed by that fact, by that reputation of my family. I don't know. I'm a little bit extra conscious of my look and my physical appearance. But anyways, I picked on that insecurity. And of course, it's been a process for me to overcome my insecurities. I wasn't always as an empath who feels disempowered by society. I have always not been out there. I have held myself back. I wanted to play small. I didn't want to come into my power. I said these things in some of my videos that I made before. um, so this time around, I picked on that person's energy. So some of that insecurity came to me. The energy, I picked up the energy, but it's good. I mean, I try to protect my energy when I actually do Reiki sessions or healing sessions in general, because there is a chance that we might contaminate or entangle energy wise entangle with other people's energy. Even when I'm making these videos, you can feel my energy coming off the screen. So sometimes, spirit guides me to have something like crystal or something protective material with me. Like I have to hold it with me even when I make videos, because now I'm being open and open and open every day to energy. The more meditative I become, and the more I embrace and accept myself, I'm opening up to energy in general. So I'm starting to differentiate what my energy is and what other people's energy is. When my body wants to rest, for example, when I'm low in my energy, I avoid going to public places, because if I go to places where there are so many people, I will end up feeling overwhelmed, and that's not good for me. I mean, I have days, there are some times where I just want to be at home and meditating and resting my body, and there are times where I go out and socialize, even do some grid work. Grid work is just when your energy is needed somewhere. It can be the energy in that place could be war or genocide. Maybe there was some witchcraft that was done in that place, or maybe the people around that area in that area are addicted to substance. So spirit takes me in a overly populated places when I have to do some grid work. I mean, just being present and my energy is there, and it can touch as many people as it could. So anyways, I tapped into that insecurity, and of course, as much as I did healing work on my body, like as a divine feminine, especially, like I would just stand in front of the mirror all naked, and then like I would just appreciate and love and touch all parts of my body, because like being a woman is like being a flower. We are blossoming. For me, even as we age, there is a different type of blossom, there's a different type of glow. So I have done all of the body work, and yet since I came to Rwanda, it's not that I'm eating a lot, but my diet is confused. I'm immediately kicked off my injera diet. Injera is Ethiopian thin bread that we use in Ethiopia, and Ethiopia is actually known worldwide for our delicious foods. So it's kind of addictive. Actually, like I realized that I was addicted to my cultural food all my life because I came to Kigali and I was confused. I got tired of the food, and so like anyways, I was consuming different things. I didn't know my amount. I didn't know my time. So I gained weight. So me tapping into that insecure energy introduced me to my own insecurities that I was feeling about my body in relation to gaining weight. So I know it's apparent at this point. Maybe 5 kilos, 6 kilos have been added onto my weight. But still, what happened to all of that affirmation of saying, I'm the prettiest, I'm so happy, I'm so beautiful, and like my appreciation for my body and how it serves me is always extreme. I love my body for just what it is. It's just that how it is engineered, or how our body, how our organs are actually serving us. Everything is miracle. So I'm really appreciative of that. But if we talk about beauty, I feel like my beauty is dimming because of my weight. But it's just the thing about insecurities, it's so personal. It's just the voice is only in your head. That's not what people see. It's personal. That's what makes it hard to break out of. Now I see insecurity is not only something that I noticed within myself, but also collectively speaking, especially men, they can get insecure because they've been conditioned to become the heroes. The society told them to go out and to prove themselves in some way. So we get insecure in different ways. It's not only the body, it's not only physical. We can get insecure about our knowledge, our wisdom. We can be insecure about our financial status. We can get insecure about like our heights. Like it's different for all of us, but like it's quite common to be insecure about our body and our appearance. So as I told you, I was conditioned to be conscious of my look because of my family and how they understand beauty, and also in my community where I grew up, it was just a remote area. So my childhood friends also, they kind of bullied me, like in a subtle way. I in my when I was 12, I already had breasts. I became a lady when I was only 12, and I have always been feminine. I used to have heels like at that age, and I love wearing shorts. So I got matured. I became just so feminine at a very early age. So I've been bullied by my peers because they were not like they were yet. I'm an old soul. For an old soul, everything comes fast, and like you will be the first to be spat. So I had to actually go through that. So all of that combined, the things that they said about me at that age, these things that you say like a joke about to a kid, actually it can affect their psychology. That's why I'm so careful in how I'm speaking to them. I'm just like literally like I'm paying attention to the things that I say to a kid, even as a joke. You can just say something about their nose or about their feet, and that kind of can get stuck. It's based on their perception. So insecurity is so personal, and why I say that is I felt insecure about my look, like because like now my chin is coming out and my belly is going big and stuff. So this morning my friend was driving me out, like I was supposed to come to this place. So he was telling me how beautiful I am. Actually, like, you're so beautiful inside and out. Do you know that? Like, I mean, you have to know that like you're really special, like you're unique. I mean, like it's not only about my personality, but like at a physical level. He was giving me compliments, and I was like, that voice in my head, that critic, it was saying, like, you're losing it, like, and yet it's your time to be married and you're making videos. So the better you look, the the more beautiful you are, the better kind of situation. So I wasn't actually, I didn't fall for this voice. That the most beautiful part about being awakened or enlightened is that you're the observer. So I was just observing these patterns in me, but I didn't subscribe to the idea. Actually, I still knew that I'm beautiful as I am, and but the voice, people agree with it. That's why they label themselves as insecure, because they agree with the voice. There is an agreement. Whatever the voice tells them, they take it to be the truth. That's why they find it so hard to break off, because it's an illusion. It was never there in the first place, and it's personal. Like, no matter how many people told you like that you're so radiant, you're so beautiful, you're so clever, if you're not convinced it inside your head, if you don't believe it, you will still stuck in that insecure mindset. So I don't know whether my twin flame believed me or not, but honestly, the first time we met, I wasn't even thinking when I said that, but what I said to him is that he's the most beautiful thing that I have ever seen in my life. I mean, he was so pretty, and I kept on saying, "You're so pretty," and after I went home, even I was thinking like, he is the most beautiful thing that I have ever seen in my life, and it's still true, by the way. Whenever I think about him, it's just he's like physically, everything about him is so beautiful. So sometimes, we say things to people, but we're not sure how they are understanding it, whether they believe it or not. So um it's not only at a physical level, my insecurity. So when my friend complimented me, okay, I said, oh, it's not a universal thing, it's just a voice in my head, and whatever. But the other one of my insecurity is when someone comes, breaks off all of the patterns in their lives and come on public, like I do. It's not my first time going out in public, but now I'm getting attention. I could feel it. People from all over the world are reaching out for me. I'm starting to make friends, and these friends are so weird. Some of them are from the US, some of them are from Europe, some of them are from Africa, from all over the world. So some of them are old, some of them are younger than me. So I'm starting to get to know people. People are asking me questions, and people are teaching me things. So it's like another level of coming out, you know what I mean? So when I come out as the person that I am, like speaking the language that's secondary to me, it's not my native language, English. So I wasn't really sure how much clarity I have. I give you like how much clarity you have when you listen to me. I know that my energy is like what comes first is my energy, my excitement to share with you, and the love. And I know that it's what's bringing you back to my channel to watch each and every one of my videos. And yet, I also want to be advanced in my English and how I actually put words together in a way that are understandable to you, in a way that you can understand me, everything that I'm saying. It's also the perfectionist in me. We can be perfectionists sometimes. So am I doing it right, or am I doing it wrong, or where am I on the spectrum? So there's this feeling and urge to actually rate myself, and there's that compulsion of like making sure that everything is going right, needing to control. And the biggest illusion is actually control. That it's funny how much we don't have control. So anyways, this morning before the ride with my friend, I was speaking to another friend, and he told me just out of the blue, we were talking about throat chakra and the video that I made, the last video that I made. And he said to me like he is impressed with my articulation. Like, you are very articulate when you speak about things, even the ideas that are heavy, to process or to actually talk about. You speak about them in a very articulated way. And when you say that, like that insecurity I had in me that I'm not expressing enough, okay, that was personal too. You see, this is not like what people are seeing in me. It's just something that my mind chose to come up with, because that's the job of the mind. The job of the mind is to accelerate your awakening by actually telling you uncomfortable things, by telling you uncomfortable things that are untrue, that are uncomfortable to you. So no matter how much you are addicted to the pain, you're addicted to the negativity, the only way out is to actually unsubscribe, you know. The only way out is to understand as soon as possible those ways are not true. And it doesn't, the whole world doesn't have to love you. You don't have to be loved. You don't have to be appreciated by the whole world. I mean, it's enough if I have 10 people that care for me, that understand me in my private little circle. It's enough for me. So, your insecurity, most of the time, like for you to feel intensely insecure, it should be because you are always trying to prove yourself otherwise, and to trying to look good enough for others. So, one exercise that I saw in a YouTube video, in another YouTube video, one exercise I heard a woman saying that I found so beautiful and that I myself was doing for a long time is to just stand in front of a mirror, look into your eyes, and say, I am enough. I'm enough, I'm enough, I'm enough, I'm enough, until you get tired. And do that like for the coming 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, and I'm sure it will change how you see yourself. Because being enough is not, doesn't mean anything. It just means enough. There's no standard for feeling enough, you know. My Indian friend Andrew was telling me yesterday, we were chilling in our place before we made the video, and we were talking about being in shape, you know, having a good shape. And she told me she doesn't understand what a good shape is, because it's subjective, you know. What's a good shape? What is a shape? We all are forms, and we just come out as we are. And what's a good shape? I mean, if you are healthy, if gaining weight is messing with my health, of course I'm bound to do something about it. But it's not by hating it, it's not by, you know, like discarding it, it's not by being ungrateful towards my body that I can do that. Even if I want to lose weight, it's not by resisting the weight I have now that I can do it. It's when I accept myself for who I am and be grateful for being alive in this body, in this vessel, in this temple. It makes it so easier to take action towards like becoming what I want, you know, towards hitting the goal that I set for how I want to look. And it's normal. It's no, it's normal. It's natural to want to look in a certain way, but obsessing with that goal and resisting how you look now is not productive. So, guys, I just wanted to talk about my insecurities today. I mean, I don't say, I'm not saying I am insecure or I was insecure. Even how we say words are very powerful manifestation tools in our reality. So I said I felt insecure. It came in a form of feeling. I'm not saying I was insecure. If I say I am insecure, I'm identifying with that feeling. But if you say I feel, I think, I experience, there is a detachment, you know. You are like putting actually a gap between you and that thing that you're observing. So guys, you can tell me in the comment section if you have an experience of insecurity. Usually when we come near the person that we love romantically, or even like best friend that we want to actually be with, like spend more time with, it's especially these tendencies come out. And it's very easy as long as you accept yourself and you see yourself for who you are, for the magnificent beautiful being that you are. It will be much easier. The stories can be forgotten. Rastafari, I love you. Selassie, bye.